Hey guys, Rangel here with another video. And in this video I want to talk about 14,000 hours. Now what are we talking about when we talk about 14,000 hours? You see, 14,000 hours is the amount of hours that somebody spends from kindergarten to the 12th grade getting programmed to have a certain type of mentality. So for instance, from kindergarten to the 12th grade, somebody goes and tells you got to go to school, you got to get good grades so you can graduate and get a good high-paying job. Exactly. So guess what? People are used to going and doing some work and getting a result, doing some homework, doing some studying, and then getting a result. Okay? So guess what? People are programmed 14,000 hours to get programmed. That is why there's not a lot of entrepreneurs. That's why not a lot of people are achieving the things that they want to achieve. Guess what? Because they've got 14,000 hours of programming ever since they were little, and that's all they know. So when they graduate, they've been programmed for so many years to go out and find a good high-paying job. Go out there and work for somebody else. And here's what they do. They trade time for money. They go from home on Monday morning. They go from home to work. Now here's something interesting. The heart attack rate, okay, on Monday mornings, the heart attack rate drastically goes up by like 30 or 40% on Monday mornings between 8 and 10 a.m. Isn't that interesting? Between 8 and 10 a.m. on a Monday morning, that's when more people have more heart attacks. That's because most people don't like the life that they live, the work, where they work, the traffic, just the lifestyle in general, that their heart gets mad at them and attacks them. Does that make sense? So here's what happens. They go from home on Monday morning, and then they go to work. And then they go where? Home at night, right? And then they go again from home to work on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, guess what? Well, if you're anything like me, I used to go to Del Taco Tuesdays, right? And they had like 3 tacos for $1 or something like that. I was broke, busted, and disgusted before I got introduced to this industry. Or I should say before I even took this industry serious. But then guess what? Home, work, home, work, home, work, home, work. So people graduate from school and they're still doing homework after they graduate from school. And they're on what we call the 40-40-40 plan. That means that they graduate from school. Let's say they go to university, right? They graduate right around age 25, maybe a little bit earlier. They go ahead and graduate. And now they get on the 40-40-40 plan. So they work for 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life to retire on, take this, 40% of what currently is not enough. Most people if they get to the point of retiring, okay, they're retiring on 40% of what they couldn't afford to pay their bills on to begin with. So when I found out this fact, I realized, wow, how come nobody taught me this? And the reason why nobody taught me this is because my teachers in school, and I'm not knocking school, and I believe teachers should get paid more money than they get paid, but the reality is that the teachers in school, guess what? They didn't know this stuff. They weren't entrepreneurs. They didn't have time freedom. They didn't have their own business. They didn't have residual or passive income. What they knew was how to go to school, get a job, and work for somebody else. Have somebody else write their checks. Does that make sense? But entrepreneurs and certain people that are able to think outside the box, they say, what about if I'm able to write my own check? Is there a way? Yes. But here's the reality. You're going to get 95% of the population are going to do the homework deal for the rest of their life. 95% of the population. They got 5% of the population are going to say, you know what? We're going to think outside the box. We're going to do things differently. We don't have to follow the status quo. We can do something different. We can have our own business. We can control our own time. We can go out there and do things differently. So guess what those people do? They decide to be entrepreneurs. They decide to own a business. Okay, they decide to give their ideas life. You know, somebody told me a long time ago, one of my mentors said, the richest place in the world isn't the ocean, isn't the mountains full of gold, or whatever the case may be. The richest place in the world is a cemetery. Because a cemetery is where most people go to the cemetery with their ideas, with their goals, with their ambitions that they never gave life to. He says the richest place in the world is a cemetery. And I realized, wow, that's true. You see, they say, ladies and gentlemen, that we live in the home of the brave and land of the free, right? Or is it land of the free, home of the brave, whatever. Here's a reality. How many people do you know are free? Could do whatever they want with whoever they want for as long as they want? How many people do you know are able to take their kids to school in the morning and pick them up? Go on their kids' field trips with them? Not very many people are free in the richest country in the world. Now, here's another question. How many people do you know are brave enough to do something about it? They're brave enough to go out there and become free. See, so when they say home of the free, land of the brave, or whatever it is, maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't even care, right? The point is this, that is not true. Because you were programmed all your life to believe that you live in the best country in the world and that opportunities, here's the deal, opportunities only matter for those people that take advantage of them. Here's the funny thing, I'm originally from Mexico. I was brought to this country at age 6. People think in Mexico that when you get into this country, there's just money thrown all over the place. I joke around when I do my Spanish presentations. I say, here's the reality. Some people are so messed up here. They came to this country because it's a land of opportunities. They come to this country and they're even more broke than they were in Mexico. It's almost as if their families in Mexico want to send them some money over here. Why? Because yes, there might be a lot of opportunities here, but what good is opportunity when you don't take advantage of the opportunity? See, the reality, ladies and gentlemen, is this, that opportunities always look bigger going than they do coming. And opportunities, when opportunity knocks on the front door, most people are in the backyard looking for 4-leaf clover, trying to figure out how to get lucky. See, but there's a select few people that know certain things, that know about an industry, a $167 billion industry, bigger than the organic foods, bigger than the music industry, bigger than the movie industry, bigger than the NFL. And that is called the network marketing industry, where they teach you how to get out of this rat race. They teach you how to go out there and dominate and control your own time, write your own check. How much do you want to make? There's no limit on how, there's no cap. The potential is literally unlimited. But that's for the select few people that choose to think differently. You see, just like anything else, back in the 1800s, the first car was created. When the first car was created, somebody said, well, here's a reality. That car, that clunky thing, that's not going to work. It spends a lot of petroleum, a lot of gas. Okay, I've got a horse and that runs 5 miles an hour. I'm better off with my horse. Why would anybody? Nobody's going to drive those cars. Then it becomes self-evident. Because here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen, that industries and opportunities go through 3 stages. They go through ridicule, opposed, and then self-evident. Same thing happened with cell phones. When cell phones came out, everybody had pagers, right, on their hip. They had pagers on their hip, and they had quarters in their pocket. And then there was payphones all over the place. Here's my question to you. When's the last time you even noticed somebody with a pager or even noticed a payphone? Because here's what happened. People would say cell phones don't work. They're $5 a minute. Only doctors and drug dealers can afford payphones at $5 a minute. That'll never work. I got a pager, quarters in my pocket. They paged me, I called them. Nowadays, it serves as self-evident because there was a select group of people that had vision that said, no, one day there's going to be more companies, so when there's more companies, more competition, prices are going to come down, and eventually everybody will have a cell phone. Now, everybody has a cell phone, but it went through ridicule and oppose. Now it's self-evident. See, here's the thing. For those of you guys going after your dreams, there's going to be people out there, friends and family members especially, believe it or not, they're going to be dream stealers. They're going to say, here's how it goes. Here's a transition. It goes from this transition. The transition is this. You're crazy. Quit wasting your time. You're insane. What are you thinking? 2, you're a genius. You're so smart. I always knew you could do it. It goes from you're crazy to you're a genius. You see, genius is insanity all the way up until it works. I got that quote from actually a UFC fighter, Forrest Griffin. He says, genius is simply insanity all the way up until it works. If somebody does something ridiculously crazy and it doesn't work, they'll think, that was ridiculous. What was wrong with it? What was he thinking? But then if it works, wow, you're such a genius. Okay? As a matter of fact, on YouTube, there's a video that says, people are talking about the internet back in the 1900s, right? Excuse me, 1990s. And the guy on this, he's still on a news television show today. It's like a Good Day America type of show. And he says, he's interviewing somebody and he asks him, can you tell us a little bit more how the internet works? What is this internet thing? And it's such an interesting thing because now that guy's still on TV, okay? And they show it now versus then, how people back then just didn't know what they didn't know. And when it comes to the network marketing industry, ladies and gentlemen, most people don't know what they don't know. They don't know how it goes from ridicule and opposed to self-evident, but then everybody knows it. The same thing happened with CD players and CDs. People had all their music in cassettes. They said, that'll never work. That's too expensive. I'm not going to switch over all of my library, my music library. I'm not going to rebuy it into CDs. Then everybody did it. Now it's MP3 players and so on and so forth. So here's a reality. The future belongs to those people that understand that life is changing, that things are changing. And right now, more than ever before, people are realizing that in network marketing, it's not only a real industry, but it's a huge industry. It's not only that, it's an industry that creates the most millionaires than any other industry in the world. As a matter of fact, it's also the industry that creates more 6-figure earning women than any other industry in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at this information for the first time, here's what you got to understand. You don't got to follow the status quo. You know, we were told for a long time, you want to go to school, get a great, get a good job, and then if you're one of the lucky ones, one of the successful ones, You're gonna have the 2.5 kids, your nice 2-3 bedroom house, white picket fence, brand new Honda Accord, right? Every 3-4 years. That's for the people that are successful. But if you're one of those people that are wondering, go to sleep at night wondering, there has to be more. I'm sure there's more. How can I be different? How can I do different? How can I have that time freedom? Because the beaches of the world, the places all over the world, the cars that you want to drive, the beautiful houses you want to live in, the vacations you want to take, God didn't put those things on this planet to tease you. He put those things in this planet because you can have them. But see, if you hang out with 5 broke people, guess what? You're going to be number 6. But if you start hanging out with people that have what you want, and in the network marketing industry, those people that have what you want, it pays them to show you how to get what they want. You see, if I'm a 50-year-old man in a company I've been at for 30 years, and you're a young man that comes into my company, I don't want to teach you how to do what I do, because in my job it's threatening and you'll do it for less money. But in the network marketing industry, if I help more people make an extra $500, an extra $1,000 a month, guess what? I make more money. It is the most intelligent, in my opinion, opportunity that there is in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at this video, maybe somebody casually sent you this video, told you to take a look at this crazy guy talking. What if what I'm saying is the truth? And what if I'm saying it's not the truth? Worst case scenario, you took 10, 15 minutes to look at a video, some crazy guy. But what if what I'm saying is the truth? Isn't it worth for you to take a deeper look into what they're talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it that Donald Trump owns a network marketing company. Why would a billionaire get started in network marketing? Okay? The gentleman that owns Virgin Airlines, Sir Richard Branson, owns a network marketing company. Tyra Banks just started a network marketing company. Our former president, Bill Clinton, go on YouTube, type in Bill Clinton network marketing. You'll see a video of him completely endorsing our entire industry. Because ladies and gentlemen, what you are noticing, what you are seeing right now is a video explaining to you the power of something huge that's already huge, but the masses still don't know about it. So the way you make a lot of money is this, and I'll leave you guys off with this. The way you make a lot of money, the way you position yourself right, is exactly by that positioning. You see, the T in timing is far more important than the T in talent. You can be somebody, what you've done in the past doesn't matter. What you're going to do from now on, how you position yourself from now on. Because to make a lot of money, here's the deal. If you're the best salesperson in the world and I'm the worst salesperson in the world, but I'm selling cell phones and you're selling pagers, I promise you I'm going to make more money than you. But you're a better salesperson than me, but I've got timing on my side. So right now we're in that cusp. I recommend you to go out there and watch a documentary called The Rise of the Entrepreneur, where we talk about a bunch of different industries. But in addition to that, we talk about the network marketing industry. So you can get a better understanding for what's happening and you can get out of this situation here. Because here's the reality. I've been all day spending time with my son, my 14-month-old son tomorrow. Okay? And I love the fact that I'm going to be my son's hero, not some movie star, not some athlete or anything like that. Why? Because I chose to make those decisions to follow people, do things differently. You see, I chose because I was taught to not wait in line. They said you don't have to wait in line. You could do things on your own time. You can live the life that you want. And I made a decision to go out there and take a small risk, because I believe that the biggest risk is not taking a risk. So I went out there and I took a small risk and taking a look at this opportunity with an open mind. And that decision, I'm 32 years old now. 6 years ago, I was able to retire my mom thanks to this industry and able to make a 7-figure income for the last couple of years consistently. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rangel. I hope this information helped you guys out. Get together with the person that invited you to take a look at this video, because they got some other videos and links to send you to give you more information regarding what they're doing. Thank you guys and have a good day.